We're here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Heart Breathing's extravaganza, Sarah and friends. So we are live with Rough Draft Challenge. I cannot believe November 1st has come. If you have been watching my spooktacular over on my other channel, you will notice some big changes in this room because we have just spent the last couple of hours taking down all of the Halloween stuff, which is always an interesting thing in my house because Evie will be like, let's grab this skull. And I'm like, no, the skull stays. Let's get this little witch. No, the witch stays. Well, I can't tell what's Halloween and what's normal, Mom, but that's okay too. But we are writing today, and I am so glad you are here. 215 people here already. Welcome, Rough Draft Challenge. So we have three of our amazing Heart Breathings writing admin hosts are here with us, and we're going to have some fun. I will go ahead and just say that this is all being kind of hosted via my internet and StreamYard. So if we all start freezing, just hang in there. But we are going to go around the group and we're going to say, I saw the 222 also. I love when you see those repeating numbers. I always feel like that's a sign. My hat says fit check for my rough draft era because we are all in our rough draft era. There are t-shirts, hoodies, rough draft challenge things. If you want to support the rough draft challenge, please do so. But obviously we're just here to have fun as a community, and participation is free. So come join us. We will have sprints continuing on throughout the day. Jenna is graciously going to be on for another 3 hours after this later tonight, which I will be joining you for that. Angela was live earlier, but we're going to have so much fun this month. So put a heart in the comments or a writerly emoji if you are ready to write, if you are excited for this. We're going to go around the group real quick and everybody can kind of introduce themselves. I'm sure you know everybody here, but just in case you don't, and everybody's going to say one tip for surviving a full month of focusing on writing with the Rough Draft Challenge and what they're working on. So let's start with Angela, then Jenna, and then Tracy.
Hi, I'm Angela. I currently am a children's book author, but hoping to move into sweet romance. And my tip is find someone to do this with. Community, friends, someone to cheer you on, encourage you, help you get through the tough times.
Most of you know me. I'm Jenna. Hello, hello. Glad to see all of you. I'm currently writing my human side of what's happening to magic that'll go with my Magical Immortals season 2. And my two favorite C's, cats and cuddles, are my tips. Cats and cuddles, definitely.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? I am Jada Jean Daniels. Welcome. I do the sprints for Sarah, and right now I'm working on relaunching my Team of 8 series. So I'm a little editing bee. And then I think that my tip would be something that Jenna taught me, and that is to plan the day before for your next day. And Moscato and whiskey.
Yeah, having a community, first of all, having other people to do this with is so helpful. So if you hit any point this next month where you're just like, I don't feel like it, I don't like this story, nothing is coming together, I just don't want to do this, and your laundry is calling you or other things are feeling like they're more important, reconnect with the community, whether it's being like, let me go look at the Heart Breathings calendar and see who's live today, or if it's pinging a friend in the Discord server or in the Facebook group and just saying, will you just get on a Zoom call with me, or will you just hang out with me for a little bit, or can I text you? Just not being afraid, because we are all in this together, and this author thing can be so Jeremy says planning, OMG, what is that? Listen, we know you plan, Jeremy, come on, because you wouldn't be at all these live streams if you didn't plan ahead. You're here. Yeah, so we're going to be here all month, and we are here all the time. And I will also say that Angela and I are working on some a Google form to apply to be a host for Heart Breathings, because we've got it's a lot of commitment. It's hours, we're just so super grateful for anybody who does it. But at the same time, we have a couple admins that are leaving and we would love to bring in some new people. So if you have a desire to do what we're going to do today, lead some sprints, host some sprints, and you're, willing to do it, we're going to open that up. So I just wanted to let you know that will be coming soon. Question, can I do a commonplace book with analysis of things I've learned? There are no rules. Absolutely. That sounds so cool. Like a commonplace book, a Zettelkasten, any kind of knowledge base that you want to create, that is a perfect project for Rough Draft Challenge. It does not have to be a rough draft. Here we have no rules. If you have not yet, if you're just finding the live stream and you're like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what Rough Draft Challenge is. What is this? So this is a month of us focusing on our creative projects and coming together as a community. So if you want to see more about the tiers, we do have tiers. There's a few different challenges that you can reach for: 10,000 words, 25,000 words, etc. Or there's a diamond challenge, which is just create your own project. So that would be the perfect challenge for creating a commonplace book or doing edits or anything like that. Oh my gosh, Abby comes in with the Mirror of Shadows reference: rough drafts rougher than brimstone skin. If you don't know that reference, come follow me at Sarra Cannon, because I am currently reading my newest book live on YouTube over there. So, all right, we are going to start off with a 10-minute sort of warm-up sprint. And we are just going to get a coffee, get a drink, get your water, pull up your document, get your index cards, whatever it is, or you can kind of get started, see if you want to warm up a little bit. But this will be our warm-up. We are here for 3 hours, folks. Like, this is going to be a day. We are hanging out. So you've got plenty of time. If you are here and ready to go, then we are ready to support you and have some fun. So I'm going to pull up the screen and hope that things don't freeze. But if they do, that's another tip of Rough Draft Challenge is you roll with the punches. And sometimes you're going to have some little things that come along the way that are not the best. This might not be my favorite layout, but it's the one it gave me. So that's what we're going to do. And I'll play with it while we're live. 300 people here live. This is epic. I am so excited that you're here. Let's just take a moment of gratitude that we have so many amazing, cool people in this community that are here to be excited, to lift you up, to encourage you throughout the month. Like, we're going to have some fun. And I am currently recording my first vlog. Woo! So we're in it. This is going to be a fun month. It's going to be great. All right. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please do so. And of course, I encourage you to subscribe to everyone here. I don't think I put your names in this chat. It's on my community tab. So I'll go and add it to the description. But the way this works, if you've never done writing sprints before, is we have 10 minutes starting on the clock, and we will all mute. So it will be a silent stream. If you want to play music, you can play it on your own. But some people prefer silence. So we'll just keep it that way. Keep your eye on the clock, but pull up your document or get your space ready. When the timer goes off, there will hopefully be just a mild chime. If it's applause or something else, then we'll just roll with that too. And then once the 10 minutes over, we'll get back. We'll kind of chat a little bit more, and then we'll set a new timer. And the next one I think we'll do is a 20-minute timer. So yeah, I love this. I've literally never wrote seriously like this before. And honestly, my goal is just to get it all out, even if it's bad. Give yourself full permission to suck, to be the worst author of all time, because that's how you get better, is starting out terrible. And even after 30 novels, mine always start terrible too, every time. And it takes draft after draft to get it good. So here we go. All right. I'm so glad you're all here. Let's start the timer. I will see you in 10 minutes. Okay, that was a gentle chime. Did you guys hear that? Hopefully. I never know. All right, let me see if I can bring us back to oh gosh, Lord. Oh, Lord help. Just got rid of everybody. Where is everybody? Okay, we're just gonna leave it like this. This will just be fine. I should have come up with a secondary I'll do that in the next time. So we will swap next time to I'm going to change this to 20 minutes. Hopefully it will auto do, but we don't know. We never know what to expect. Okay, that one was not a jump scare. It was a mild chime. We are all good. How did that go? So that was a full 10 minutes. And sometimes you might be amazed if you're writing how much you can do in 10 minutes. But we've already got word counts on the board: 110, 116, 308. And it can be so helpful, especially if you get into a funk throughout the month, to set a timer and just say, let me try something different. We got 326, 245, 38. Cassie on the new book. She's been waiting. She's been waiting to start the new book. This is so amazing, you guys. And no matter what your word count is, 28, is that 28 words, Angela? You could unmute yourself. You don't have to like not mute. Angela, how did you do? Tell it, just you can unmute and talk.
Oh, I got 28, but it took me a while to find the right project. And then I had to create a project on my Scrivener, so I really wasted a bunch of time. I should have prepared ahead.
I literally spent the whole sprint just making coffee, and then I got back and sat down and thought, I have none of my notes. What am I doing? I just cleaned my room and sat down, so it's all good. Jenna, how did you do? What were you working on?
I had to be cat mom apparently that time.
Oh.
Loki kept interrupting every time I tried to, a couple sentences in, meow, what?
Oh, kitty. Tracy, how about you?
I am Franken planning. I'm putting together my Franken planner for the month.
I know. I love it.
I gotta get it together so I can get everything sorted.
I still need to finish all of my stuff inside my rough draft planner. So I am working on multiple things at once. I'm working on the final edits for the second half of A Mirror of Shadows, and then also the second book in the series. So I'm not exactly sure what that's going to look like word count wise, but I'll explore it as we go. But I did see we're way past comments for me to pull it up, but somebody said, how do you get past the self-doubt? My biggest, Jennifer says, isn't it called a thinking planner in November? There's almost a dad joke. Who said they were putting together dad jokes? That's like a mom joke. I love that. That's perfect. Mom jokes are better. No, I really think that getting past the doubt is just a matter of getting into action. Like that's part of why I set the timer, because if I sat there and tried to think, oh, is this going to be good enough? It's just going to take you into overthinking and spinning your wheels over and over and over again. So one of the best things I can say is when the next timer starts, don't allow yourself to doubt. Just don't even let it go. Just say, okay, here we go. And if all you're writing is a journal to yourself about how much it sucks, that's also words on the page. And I was just reading something the other day that I was an old draft, and throughout the entire draft, there's notes. I just put note to self. And I'll put, why is this so terrible? Why can't I seem to get this together? But it just gets it out of my head. It acknowledges that I know this isn't good, but the only way to make it good is to keep moving. So just get into action, just keep moving forward. And eventually you will be surprised at how good the things you're writing are. But the more you allow yourself to spiral in the self-doubt, the more the self-doubt will gain power. And so being kind to yourself, grabbing a sticky note and writing, I freaking rock. I'm such a great writer. This is going to be amazing. But I can guarantee you that every writer that you think is incredibly talented and amazing has felt exactly the way that you feel. Self-doubt, worry, afraid it's not good enough, afraid it's not coming out on the page the way they imagined it. Every single author you love has felt that way. So that means you have just joined the ranks of all your favorite authors. So congratulations. Keep writing. All right, this is going to flip Oh, look at that. It did do 20. Oh, I love this. This is Flocus, by the way. It is a free app. It's just app.flocus.com. It's just a free Pomodoro timer. If you upgrade, which I have done, you get extra little like backgrounds, but otherwise it's pretty awesome as a free tool if you ever want to run that. Okay, deep breaths. We've got 20 minutes on the clock this time. And now it's time to actually be sprinting, whether you're reading, organizing, editing, whatever it is you're doing, even if you're just cleaning up, it all counts. It all matters. And it's going to be great. So 20 minutes, let's get to it. I'll see you in 20. Ah, the gentle, the gentle chime is so good. Let me just say, first of all, that I'm sitting here with so many people, over 300 people, my like favorite people in the world, sitting here with me on camera. Like I feel so much joy in my heart. And I feel like it's so important when you have those moments. Like life is stressful. And this year, the past few years have been so stressful for so many of us. But when you find those little moments, those little pockets of time when you're like, oh, this is fun. I love this. I want more of this. Just allow yourself to just really be present to that. And I find that to be some of the most like true and healing things. And so thank you for all the little purple hearts and Jenna for asking for that. That just made my day. It almost made me cry. I love the opportunity to get a full month to just be creative and write. Somebody said cat butt. We had cat butt. Angela, which cat is that? What's that cat's name?
That's Mochi.
Mochi.
She likes to
And
get in the
Mochi
middle of
butt.
everything.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's talk for just a second as people are putting their, oh my gosh, is this 7K? Just, oh, you started before today. I'm like, Marie Harper Wright is owning it. This is so good. So good. Let's talk rewards a little bit. So do you all on the admin side, are you rewarding yourself at all? Do you struggle with rewards? What are your rewards that you're doing this month?
I
Unmute.
need to come up with words. I need to come
Unmute,
up with some. Am I not?
You're muted. You're fine,
Okay.
Angela. But like Tracy's just holding up her Hello Kitty, which we take a moment to say happy birthday.
Happy
Hello
birthday.
Kitty. Hello Kitty's birthday is November 1st. So
Anyway, I need to come up with some rewards
yes,
because
okay.
that will help.
If you need candy, remember Halloween candy's on sale as of today. Just saying.
Yeah, if you need candy, we did trunk or treat last night with this kid's school, and it was so much fun. But I was so scared, like, what if we don't have enough candy because it's open to the neighborhood, whatever. So I was telling every kid at the beginning, just take one, just take one. And then by the end, I'm like, take as much as you want. Please take as much as you can. So the key there, the lesson learned is if you take the risk and you go late in the evening, people might be giving away extra candy.
We do that
Okay.
at our house too.
Jenna, are you doing rewards for yourself?
I am getting back into making my daily walk a reward. So whenever I hit 500 words, I need to get up and go do something, even if it's just walk around the house, put on a song and dance to it, because I got to get up and get moving better.
Yeah.
I
need to incorporate that.
I do too. I like spent extra to have a standing desk, and how many times do I stand? I should do like every other sprint, but honestly, I'm scared that if I pulled my desk up now, something would fall off because of the way the cords are. So note to self, I will fix that coming up. This made me laugh. Jennifer said, I've been eating candy all day. I'm bouncing off the walls. I love that. Jesse said, how did the fog machine work out? The fog machine was the best part. So yesterday's trunk or treat, we had this big ghost face, and the kids had to stick their hand into the dark hole to pull the candy out. And at first I was like, had someone in there that was like, but too many of the kids got scared. So we just were like, okay, it's just, there's nothing but candy. It's not going to scare you. Get in there and go. But I will say I put Vanessa Paws, which is my like electronic cat, out there, and people want to take pictures with her. The kids were like petting her like kitty. They loved her so much. And we put a fog machine under the car, and it was cool because it's strong enough that it actually made the entire area foggy, not just our car. And all the other trunks were things like Dr. Seuss and Candyland, and mine's like horror. There's like ghosts and a scary hole and fog. So yeah, Vanessa Paws is the star of the show. All right. How is everybody else doing? I know we've got 19 seconds, but we're going to go over time a little bit. I am actually also going to change this to a full 25-minute sprint so that we can get a little bit longer, and maybe we got 3 hours, so maybe we'll go for a 30-minute sprint coming up, and then maybe we'll pull them down. Right, proper Halloween. Let's do this proper. I'm going to pause this because I'm not ready to stop talking. Oh, I love this. Okay. The last 2 years, since my mother knows me well, I give her a budget and she buys me little milestone rewards for the year and I unwrap them. Stickers, plushies, limited edition candies. Best idea. That is the best idea. I love that. Very, very fun. I will share the full rewards in my vlogs, which if you have never been around for like NaNoWriMo diaries, rough draft diaries, I am attempting yet again daily vlogs for this month. So tomorrow will be today's vlog will go up tomorrow and so on and so on. So I'll share that. But my first reward is this little Tokidoki blind box. And I am very excited to see what's in here. It's like little 20th anniversary. I don't know if you guys can see that. Here, hold on. I'm gonna take everybody away for a second. How cute are these little collectible little guys? They're so cute. I'm like, which one do I want? Literally any of them. The Donatella would be probably my favorite, but I'll be happy with any of them. And they're so, so cute. Okay, how do I get everybody back? Here we go. Oh, I love it. Okay, so definitely subscribe. Come hang out with us. We've got vlogs. And I will say, I am so excited to do the vlogs this time because we're going to do some fun like spinning wheel chooses my words. We're going to do some polls. We're going to do like writing like Holly Black. And I'm going to see if Holly will come on the channel for a while. Like how fun would it be to do one of those videos? Like I tried writing like Holly Black for a night, but in fact, actually Holly Black was there writing with me. That would be so fun. So I'm going to see if she'll do that. And you know, just having fun. We're just going to go wild and have a good time this month. So let's do it. My 10K reward is Starbucks. You know, they have new protein coffee, like foam on the top. And I thought that was pretty good. If I'm new to Holly Black, which book should I read first? The Cruel Prince. It's like the classic. Read The Cruel Prince. Unless you prefer like urban fantasy to young adult fantasy, but Cruel Prince is like peak. But also her latest duology is Book of Night and Thief of Night. They are so, so good. But it's adult and it's urban fantasy, but all of them are good. All right, you guys. Somebody says, what was the website address, Angela?
She's talking about Rough Draft Challenge.
Oh,
I'm getting the link.
Oh, you're customer servicing in the comments. Oh, somebody said, how do I change my change my goal? So if you go in to edit your project, you can just like if you change the goal, it will auto change the tier for you. But if you need me to help you troubleshoot that, I can. But it's roughdraftchallenge.com is where you can sign up for it. So any advice? So we did share some advice. Oh, it's your first novel. Yeah, tons of advice. Anybody here want to share advice for someone writing their very first book for this event?
Don't give up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't give up.
It's going to get hard. It's going to get messy. It's going to get, just take a little break if you need to, but don't give up.
Editing, you need something to do. Lean into what they said.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Tracy, any advice?
Treat it more like, I call it my zero draft or my outline when I'm first writing it. And that takes some of the pressure off and lets me be messy, because the messier I write, the better the story is. I mean, yeah, you got to go back and fix a lot, but you got to go back and fix a lot anyway. Yeah. So that's what I like to do.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Hey, Stacy, trust yourself. Rough Draft Challenge. Keep going no matter how much you think it sucks. Yes, exactly. Keep going. Don't edit. Just vomit on the page, bruh. I love this. I need to like screenshot this and just put that on a sticky note. Yeah, just vomit on the page. Like, honestly, just have fun with it. Like, this is such good advice too, Sarah Lynn. Skip the hard parts. If you hit a part where you're like, oh, I don't know how to explain that conversation, or ooh, they're supposed to have like a magical spell here, and I don't know what that should be, just skip it. Like it's actually that's what we do. We skip it. I put an XX in my document, like a capital double X, because that's never something that occurs naturally in any words that I write. So that when I go back to my rough draft, I can just search for XX and it'll bring up all those places where I said, make this make sense, or add in a battle scene here or whatever. Skip stuff. Don't give up. Oh my gosh, maybe we need a vomit on the page sticker. I was going to say maybe like a hat or something, but then I'm like, probably don't want to walk around in public with a hat that says just vomit on the page. But I do feel like that is really good advice. Brackets are
Right, out of order.
insert whatever needs to happen here. Like you just writing and then you said, they're going to have a conversation here. Yeah, exactly. See, we all do it. Even people that have 20, 30 books out, we do it. So, yeah, just start writing. Just start writing whatever comes to your mind. And what will be fun is to also listen to any little intuitive things that come up as you're writing, like, oh, it'd be fun if they like went through this door and this thing happened, or a character will show up. Like George, my husband, always asks me when I finish a writing session, he'll be like, anything happen that you weren't expecting? Because those are always the fun moments. A new character shows up, a conversation you didn't expect, somebody finds something in a box and it's like, I didn't plan that. How is this happening? I wish I could just put make this make sense in brackets for my life. Same, Jesse, same. Oh my gosh. All right. We all love brackets. We're a fan of the XX, of the brackets, all of those things. How to change to diamond level? It requires a number. Maybe let me go play with it. But I think, Denise, that you could probably just change your number to 0 and it'll reset and then you can drop down, change to diamond. But let me go check and I'll let you know on the next break. Okay. This is a good advice from Augustina also. I like to talk it out with talk to text, then read it to see if it makes sense. Dictation sometimes can get you out of your mind, walking around with it, just talking. And then if you hit a point where you get stuck, it's okay to just write the next scene, just be like, I don't know what happens next, but I was thinking there might be a scene later where such and such happens. Maybe she has to go get her dry cleaning and she meets the lover, like whatever it is. And just think, well, I'll just skip and write that and something might come up. But the key is just to keep going, even if it's not exactly what you wanted it to be. Okay. Oh, let's do it. We've got 25 minutes on the clock. So this will take us firmly into the second hour. So if you have been sitting down for the full hour, there's Mochi. If you've been sitting down for the full hour, get up, move your legs just a little bit. And I find a lot of these. What? I love that. See, this is the fun of live streams is we get all kinds of little fun jokes like vomit on the page. Okay. Kitty cat. Oh, this is when I was trying to pull it up. Asking your sister helps too. Yeah. Talking it out with somebody else. Use a different font color for stream of consciousness. Yes, absolutely, Susan. You just go to roughdraftchallenge.com. There's no I'm not going to send you any emails right now. There's nothing really about it. It's just for your own tracking, but absolutely you can do it any time of year, any month at all. Just go set up your project and you're good to go. All right, guys, let's do it. Oh no, we got distracted looking for rewards. That's okay. Now set the rewards aside. Let's focus for 25 minutes. Do the best you can. If you get stuck, come in the comments, ask somebody for help, or just move to the next scene that put in some brackets and keep moving forward. All right, here we go. 25. Oh my gosh, I feel like this time is flying by. Like, did I get anything done? I'm basically just over here working on edits for episode 7 of A Mirror of Shadows, which I'm reading on Monday. I gave myself a week off of reading so that I could get ahead, and I did nothing. Worked on other stuff. So procrastination is just my middle name. That's just the way it's going to be. Mel says, I love reading my notes on this story I wrote a few years ago. The comments are so funny. That is great. Time is definitely flying for sure. Only 3:25 here, but my skies are growing dark. It's really beautiful here in my area of Texas. So, all right, we've got a few things coming up. Sonia says, random question, but I got to ask before I forget. How do you know what genre you are? Can you write in multiple genres in one story? And what makes a story one genre over another? So this is a really good question and not something that's easy to answer in like 3.5 minutes, but every story will have elements of multiple genres in it. If you have a thriller, there's usually going to be some, what you might call romance or a romantic subplot kind of things we were talking about. There will sometimes be comedy or comedic relief inside a thriller, but you know that it's a thriller because the main conflict, the core story question, what the book is actually about is a thriller. It is if you say like every book has a main story question, like in the Hunger Games, the main story question is, will Katniss survive the Hunger Games? And so we know that this is not a story about who she's going to fall in love with. It's not a story about her family. It's a story about the Hunger Games and whether she will survive. And so that makes it a young adult thriller kind of in a way. In The Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw, which is my most recent published book last year, the question is right in the title, like what actually happened to Vanessa Shaw? And that is the question, which makes it a mystery. And so in that book, you have multiple elements of other genres, but at its core, it is a mystery because that is the core of what the book is about. If anybody has a better, like easier way to explain that, let us know. Jenna, you were nodding your head. Do you have anything to add to that?
Oh, no, I was agreeing with you 200%.
Okay. And then what makes it one genre over another? I mean, you can also have genre mashups, right? Where you're going to have, so like romantasy, for example, is really a genre mashup because you're taking a fantasy story and you're adding romance, not just as a subplot, but as a primary plot inside the fantasy. So that is a mashup genre where you're going to get a full fantasy plot and a full romance plot in your story. But even fantasy alone will also have moments of thriller, moments of comedy, moments of people coming together and things like that. But if you're trying to identify what is my actual core genre, you want to think about what's that main storyline, what's the climax, how does the book end? Is it all about getting these people together and falling in love? Is it all about your heroine trying to save the day and defeat evil? Is it about solving a mystery? What is the real true thread that gets carried and affects each of the main turning points in the story? Does that help, Sonia? I've got that question pulled up instead of looking at the comments. And then this is one probably everybody can say a little bit about. Autumn says, hey, I'm writing really slow. I am not good at chapter 1. Can we talk on that? And so I said, in response to that, do you just mean how to get started writing? And she said, yes. Plus, how many chapters are in each act? Anybody want to take that over? Tracy?
It really depends on how you are writing. But what I have done and had success with is the 3-act, 9 block 27 scene structure. And I will go anywhere from 27 chapters all the way to double that. But I follow the scenes. Like I do the introduction, I do the inciting incident, and I just move them along that way. But what I remember about my start is that is your chance to hook them. And if you don't hook them with that first, sometimes sentence, but paragraph, or at least the opening chapter, if you don't have them sucked in, you might lose your reader. So I really shoot for a really strong first chapter.
Oh, the timer agrees with you. Anybody else want to give some advice on just getting started?
My chapter 1 is never nice until I go back and look at a complete draft, because I have a hard time introducing something that doesn't exist yet. So I know that my chapter 1 is going to be my ugliest chapter, and I got to go back and fix it anyway. So that could possibly be a way to just get you started.
Angela is just now getting started on a new book, right? Kind of. Are you still in the planning stages though?
I started a scene that I have had in my head, but I don't know where it's near the beginning, but I don't know. But I wrote the first sprint I wrote, and then I realized it's in the wrong tense. So then I restarted the last sprint. But I'm not used to first person, and so it's slow going.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it.
I'm sorry, Tracy. Every time I put up a comment, it has your beautiful face, and I don't know how to fix it. Yeah. So Maple has a good answer for this too. It's not really, there's no rules about how many chapters. There might be some like types of genres or specific like Harlequin lines that say, oh, there's always going to be 10 chapters per book. Or there might be some authors that aim for a certain number of chapters. There's really no rule about how many chapters go in a book or how many chapters go in each act. But this is a much better milestone to kind of look toward, is if you are plotting 3-act structure, you usually will hit the act 1 doorway around 25% or before. Mine is usually before. Mine usually hits around 22%. Then act 2 is about 50%. So in the midpoint, you'll get that 50, you'll get the middle of that. So midpoint is another 25% or the 50% of the novel. 75% is where you hit act 3. And then act 3 itself is the end 25%. And for me, like Maple says, the most wiggle room is act 2, because I tend to have 20 to 23% is typically the end of my first act. And then my last act is usually also 20%. So the bulk of the book for me almost always comes in that second act. So it's not really, and if you're just honestly just getting started, I wouldn't even be worried about those word counts and chapters and all of that stuff, because you can fully, you're going to rewrite parts. You're going to rearrange your plot. Things are going to change. Things are going to shift. A lot of times I would find I planned things, and what I thought was going to be the act 1 climax ended up being the midpoint, because it was just like things got elongated and new twists came about, and just didn't always know how it was going to turn out. And so I really wouldn't worry so much about that type of structure. But if you are the type of person who needs, you're a word count person. If you're the kind of person who needs that just as a starting point, then I would highly recommend saying, okay, here's the genre I'm writing. Autumn, if you want to let us know what you're writing, say I'm writing a typical adult novel. So say I'm going to aim for 80,000 words, which feels like a good kind of place to aim for. So 80,000 words, that means if you take that percentage, then you're going to be looking at about 20,000 words per act. So that first act needs to be about 20,000 words. And if you want to split that 80K into what feels like a doable amount of chapters, then maybe start with, it's going to be 20 chapters, and I'm going to make each act 5 chapters. So act 1 will be 5 chapters, and just see how that goes. Dark academia, cottagecore. So sometimes dark academia is a little bit longer than 80K, but I think 80K might still be a good place to aim. Or since it's cottagecore, if you want it to feel a little cozier and be a little shorter, you could aim for 60K. But just pick something that feels achievable. Angela, is that your family? Maybe.
Possibly. I'll mute.
Okay. If you can hang for that, like just set a goal for yourself of like, this is the word count I'm heading toward overall, and then split that up and, go from there. I tend to start with 40 scenes. That doesn't mean 40 chapters, but that's just a good starting point that always can expand or reduce. However, when I'm writing planning a full novel, I will plan for 40 scenes. So you could start there and then divide that into 10 scenes per act, and then see where it goes. But I wouldn't get too hung up on every chapter has to be 3,000 words or anything like that. I said 80,000, but that's just I just literally threw that out as like an average adult novel. But dark academia, cottagecore, I have no idea. A lot of the dark academia novels that I've read have not been cottagecore, so I would say those have been probably well over 100,000 words. But if you're gonna, I know novel math is the only math I understand. It's like the only time I use math in my life is trying to just come up with those, because I know that for some people, the numbers will just drive you crazy and you don't even want to think about it. But for other people, having a target makes it feel more achievable. So just lean into how you naturally work. And yeah, so inside the book, Save the Cat, if you look at Save the Cat Writes a Novel, which is written by Jessica Brody, that is a really good sort of manual for a different way of plotting besides just 3-act structure. Even though it follows the 3-act structure, it gives you other beats to be thinking about. And it will tell you specifically, this should be at 25%, you should hit this point. At 17%, you should see this, and it will give you those percentages. So Autumn says, cottagecore novel, which often falls into genre fiction, fantasy, or romance categories, should generally have a word count between 70 and 100. Yeah, so that 80,000 might be a good starting point, because you can easily separate that into 4 20,000 word acts and just kind of see. What is dark academia cottagecore? So, I mean, Autumn can probably tell you that a little bit more, but dark academia is basically a novel set in an academic setting like Yale or Harvard that has to do with like secret societies or secret, I don't know. I think that's probably the easiest way to say, like, anything with those sort of secret societies, a secret underworld, usually exploring some darker themes, but set in an academic setting. So I would imagine that combined with cottagecore is it's more set in a cottagecore academic setting, like a more fantasy. I'm not sure. Yeah, so both genres are kind of the same. That's where I would go with that. And if you have if anybody has more questions as we continue to sprint, go ahead and bring them up. I feel like I'm talking too much for the 4 of us, though. Does anybody else want to talk? We're good. All right, we're gonna put Goth Farmers comes to mind. Maple, I love you so much. Maybe Goth Farmers. That could be what's going on here.
I was just gonna say one thing. Sometimes you just have to find the right point to start your story. Make it easier. Like, you might be starting in the wrong spot, which is why it's a struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Real
say.
quick, I'm sorry. I was gonna say real quick. I just deleted I was having trouble with a start, and I deleted the first chapter and began at my second. But it's hard to know that that's what's going to happen when you're first writing it. Like Jenna was saying, you don't know until you get too far into it. You're like, wait a minute, I kind of covered this schmidgened out throughout the whole book. So this is giving the reader too much at the beginning. So let's get rid of that chapter. And you don't really know that's what is gonna happen. So I just say, just like I said, just be messy and just write the scenes as they come to you, because I have moved so many chapters in and out and around to make things flow better. And then, like I said, deleted entire chapters. So just be messy with your first draft and have fun. Just remember you're doing this because it's fun. It's what you love to do.
And kind of going on with that, you'll eventually, and this is something all of us have now figured out, you figure out your own personal averages once you have a couple of books to be able to do the average equation with that math requires for writer math, I guess we can call it. So don't worry, your first book might be an outlier in length. Mine was. All of my books after got a little bit shorter, like a couple thousand words. So that's okay too.
Yeah. So just because we're talking genre, dark setting, like dark academia, but cottagecore is more happy. Like cottagecore writing is not a distinct genre, but rather an aesthetic that romanticizes a simple, idyllic life connected to nature and rural living. So when I think cottagecore, I'm thinking like The Secret Garden or Anne of Green Gables. Is that right? Like that's kind of what comes to mind for me for cottagecore. So think of like a mashup between the secret garden where you have this secret place, but you've got all this nature and gardening and you're out in the idyllic countryside mixed with an academic setting with some dark secrets. Am I getting it, Autumn? That's what I would kind of think. I hope you like it. I made a just vomit on the paper wallpaper. Oh my gosh, where did you put it? You got to tell us. We need to see photos of this. Goth farmers could be an untapped market. Yeah, kind of like a cozy mystery type, but darker. Yeah, I think that's a good explanation. I'm curious to see if anybody in the comments is like this too. Autumn says, I started it with a mirror scene, so cliche, but I kind of want to do cliche stuff just because people say don't. And I am like that too. When some people will be like, never start with a dream sequence. And I'm like, let's see what we can do with dream sequences. Never have a character describe themselves in a mirror. What if it's a shard of a broken mirror? Like, it can just be fun. And I think that those types of writing rules exist because it all comes down to one thing. It either works or it doesn't work. And for so many people, it's just lazy writing. It's like, well, let me just have my character stand in front of a mirror and describe what she looks like because I don't know how else to do it. And so if it's because you just don't know how to do it, then you need to work on your craft. But if it's because this is what naturally works for the story and it's what is the best, most efficient, effective way to explain it, then screw the rules and do it the way that you want to do it. It either works or it doesn't. And there are no real rules about how to write correctly. I wish I could buy Save the Cat print. I don't like ebooks, especially as my e-reader broke down. No, but the price is like 5 or 6 different books. Oh, delivery over the ocean. Do they have it maybe in a library? Would that be possible? Yeah, I understand. Getting those books over the ocean is a lot harder. James Scott spells How to Write Best-Selling Fiction, goes through the whole writing process and has a 3-act structure. Oh, I love this. Jenna said Secret Garden meets Wednesday. That sounds fun. I think that sounds like a cool book. All right, we went on a tangent for sure. But that was fun. That was a good conversation. I'm sorry I did not get to everybody. Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you said this. So happy time zones, happy mochi butt still going in there. If you're in the US and in a daylight savings time change state, your clocks change at 2 a.m. So tonight is daylight savings time. Don't forget. And if you are in a different country and you've already changed your clocks or whatever, just remember the US is changing. So check every live stream you're hoping to attend, check and make sure you're in the right time zone, because we need screw the rules and we need vomit on the page stickers. I'm all for that for sure. Yeah, Sarah turns every break into a tangent and we love it, right? We love it. So we still have an hour and so minutes. I don't know. Angela. All we hear is just boom, 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 boom.
Oh, I thought I was muted. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm just gonna laugh at you. It's so funny. We love you. We love you with all our hearts. Oh no, the baby woke up. I'm so sorry. Hopefully not because of us laughing, but it's all good. We've still got an hour and 15 minutes. So we're going to keep this 25-minute timer on the clock. And then after that, we'll see how much time we have left. And maybe we'll do one longer sprint in the second hour. So let's just do this. It's going to be great. 25 minutes. And if you have more questions to talk about on the break, go ahead and I'll star them for next time. Not me over here totally getting lost in the story and missing that we were almost at the time. Oh my gosh. I feel like time is just like in a warp or something. Anybody else feeling that right now? I did not notice or read any comments. So if you had a comment or question, please repost it because I think the only thing I starred was this that made me laugh. Angela pointed out, Jennifer said cottagecore just has more doilies. I mean, that's one way to simplify an entire aesthetic. Doilies. Jenna, how are you doing?
I cleaned a little bit that time. I'm kind of at one of those, this can go one of two ways. Let me declutter my physical space and maybe it'll declutter my brain.
Yeah, I love that. Tracy, how are you doing? Are you still working on your planner?
I am here figuring it out, making sure I've got everything taken into account.
Angela, what are you doing?
Causing problems. No, I am editing my full series again, the children's books, to put in one book. It's been edited before, but I've learned a lot since then, so I'm just going through and cleaning up before I finally get it published as one book, which I should have done from the beginning. But, it's okay. It's okay.
No. You're doing great. You're doing great as you are. When it feels like a heavy lift for anybody who doesn't know, Angela also writes children's books, but she's working on new genre as well. But she is writing has written an entire series of children's books based on each letter of the alphabet. So that is a very long series, but they are so good. And it's truly like my daughter reads and rereads them. And it's so much more fun now because she's finally able to actually read. Whereas when she first started book A, she didn't really read much. So now so in Angela's books, if it's the E book, every E in the book is underlined. And so that just is really teaching her to identify those E words and stuff. It's really good. It just feels hard because it's something that you have to work with an illustrator on every book.
Right.
And,
yes.
And the sizing is different. And, you went hard mode for books.
I did. We'll get there.
Wow. Inca's got over 5K for the day. Woo woo. So good. Jen just says, hee hee. She throws in her doily comment and then hee hee. I love you, Jennifer. Just getting back. Hey, Gabriella, into my writing habit. So I'm noodling around Angela's word in my story universe, which is super fun. Not me squeezing in one more sentence to get to 4K. I love it. What a huge day some of you are having. I love it. 287, that sprint doilies, right? I love it. 572 for Cassie. I can't wait to hear more about this. I thought it was interesting too. If you didn't see earlier, Cassie had posted when somebody asked, like, how do I get started? She started with her final scene. And there are definitely writers who do this, that clarification of the final moments and what's the emotional, like, cliffy moment, or what, depending on your genre, like what is that final feeling and resonance that you're going to leave readers with. Sometimes when you know that you're working to that moment, it can bring so much more clarity to the rest of the book. And this is what I love about writing, is there's really just no rule. Write whatever scenes you want, write them out of order, write the ending, go back to write the beginning. But the danger there is that you can get, if you start writing so far out of order, you can get really difficult mode when it comes to organizing it later. So if that is you, that you like to write out of order, I highly recommend you check out my video about how to find and fix plot holes, because there is some spreadsheet stuff, which actually Cassie helped me do, that is helpful for organizing that stuff. If you're more of a discovery writer and you keep writing yourself into unexpected story problems, what should you do? Should I fix them now or keep going? Is anybody here a discovery writer that wants to talk about that?
I do what you said about doing the brackets and the XX and put plot hole. And then I keep going. Because what works for that particular problem may cause another problem. And it's better to fix them kind of like all at one time. In my humble opinion, that's what I do.
I think that what can be challenging about that and kind of knowing whether you need to go back and fix it now or later is just that if you end up with a draft that's like, okay, I wrote myself into this, don't know how that's going to affect everything else, but I'm just going to write something else and I'm going to write something else, is you could end up with a very disjointed story that gets really difficult to edit back into one cohesive whole. And so I would really lean in on your intuition and keep some kind of, I think it might be helpful to keep some kind of either index cards with the scenes that you've written so far so that you can kind of remind yourself, because it's easy if you've been working on a book for a few months to forget what hole you wrote yourself into 10,000 words ago. And so having something that's either a running list or a document somewhere or index cards that has the truth of what you've actually written so far. And then if you hit a point, there's Tracy's index cards in her binder. If you have something that you can look at and say, oh, okay, I see where it's going. I see how it's going to fix. And don't count on yourself to remember how you think you might fix it. Because if you finish this book at the end of the month and you're like, man, I had an idea when I was working on that of how I would go back and fix it, but I didn't document that, just take lots of notes. I will also say, just side note, that if you haven't noticed, there is a running conversation about the F word going on in our chat. With people asking whether it's okay to like start your book with profanity. And of course, I mean, the thing is, like, I will say I write mostly young adult and there's not a lot of swearing, but when I moved to writing a new adult contemporary book, I'm writing college age characters and my heroine used the F word a few times, and I got email from a woman who was very upset about that. And she was like, you're dishonoring your own character. You're making her into trash. And I'm just like, you know what? It's a college kid. This is just who she is. It comes out how it comes out. So my thought is, not everybody's going to love profanity in a book, but you will find your readers and you just can't worry about pleasing everybody. And here's the thing. If you want to write profanity throughout the book, starting it is a great way to keep the people who will be mad about that out of your mess, because you don't really want to attract the kind of readers who aren't going to like your book anyway. But if it's authentic to you and your characters, anything goes. I thought this was fun too. Angela said, do you all know where the F word originated? I don't know if you answered that, but I'm going to scroll and see if I can find that. Sorry. I don't know if you responded. I don't see it. We do want to know, Angela. We want to know. Writing is helping me know where my planning is going. I've started writing a brand new fantasy after 3 years away from writing. The relief that the words are still with me is real. I love that. I don't know. We'll have to look and see because there's so many comments. I'm so excited we have so many people here, honestly. I was thinking, we do, if you're new to the writing sprints, oh my gosh, there's too many comments. If you're new to the writing sprints, we usually we always do Double Down Day, which is the first Saturday of every month. It just so happens today ended up being Double Down Day and Rough Draft Challenge. But we tend to have sprints all day on the first Saturday of every month. And then at the first month of every quarter, we do a virtual writing retreat. But really, it might have been better to do the virtual writing retreat in November instead of October. So I was thinking maybe we'll do a second sort of Double Down Day style thing towards the middle or the end of the month, if anybody's interested in doing that. Okay, too many comments. I can't find it. Oh, it's a slur to women. Is that true? She says that's true. Now I got to go look up the truth of it. But language, the thing about language too is you can have an origin of something, but it can take on its own meaning over time, which totally transmutes the meaning of it. Language is a really interesting topic for sure. I am planning on the RDC planner instead of index cards. So the daily entry, I summarize the key points I wrote that day. So then if I need to look back on it, kitty, Angela, your look of exasperation is the best. I just go back to day one. Okay. let's see. I'm just going straight to the end. I just cussed out an archangel in your book. I think you're fine. Oh, okay. 1300s words. Thank you, Gray. People, you just Googled it. It comes from a Germanic word, "faken," meaning to penetrate, to strike. It's old, like 1300s. Interesting. The etymology and origin of words is interesting. Oh, Angela's holding the cat for dear life. Please don't go away. All right. Let's let's keep writing, but I'm looking at the time. It's about 4:20. I think let's up it to 30 minutes. We'll do one 30-minute sprint. And if that's too long for you, then plan to write for maybe your I think I have to reset it to get that to go. If that's too long for you, then maybe plan to keep an eye until the 15 minutes and then take a 5-minute break and come back for the last 10, just because we'll get one long sprint. And again, if you've been sitting here for 2 hours and 20 minutes and you have not gotten up to stretch your legs, please get up and do so. Just taking care of yourself, grab some water, which is what I'm going to do right now. But otherwise, I will stop talking and we will get back to writing. All right, 30 minutes on the clock. Oh, wait, no, I won't stop talking. I'm still talking. This is happening. I have a giveaway today, which is in December every year. I do round of HB90 for the new year. But also last year we did a new year bundle, which is Your Path Forward, my long-term planning class with my short-term planning class HB90. And this year we are adding an additional layer to it for planning for 2026. So this is the new year bundle. Someone here live will get it for free. So if you would like to enter to win, you put in hashtag RDC and it will enter you to win. If you have already taken HB90 or Your Path Forward, you can still enter to win and it will get you free into the new year planning for 2026. So enter away. It will collect entries for us let me make sure it's working. Yes. Okay. That will collect entries for us. And in the next break, we'll pick a winner. So, and this is obviously if you're watching on the replay, this is just for people here on the live stream. But all right. Happy writing. Let's do it. We did it. Okay, let's no, that's not what I want. Hold on. Maybe just what happens there? Why? Okay, I need better management of my various I don't know how to get us back to like where we're all on the screen. I'm just gonna laugh. We're just gonna laugh until it comes together. All right, so that's like almost it. What do we do? Okay, let's see if we could just
Try the third button down below. The third one.
I have already messed all of mine up. There's no third button. You have no idea.
There you go.
This is my third button. That is not. Oh no, where's the one? There it is. Okay, this is better. We're good. We're good. I hope everybody had a great time. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, I'm gonna share my screen.
Oh yeah, because we have to have a winner.
Yeah, because we gotta have a winner, and it's gonna mess us up again, but that's okay. All right. No, it's behind us. Sarah is a professional streamer. This is where we're just gonna trust that it is.
Do you want us to turn off our screens?
Nope.
You want us to go?
Nope, that will not help. We're just gonna do this, and we're just gonna save it. And
there we go.
Okay, this is for course bundle. It's good enough. I'll fix it in a second.
Okay, we can read.
Let's see who wins. Anna W. So this is Anna W013, which we were just talking about how I think YouTube has added numbers at the end of people's names for some strange reason. I don't know. I will fix all of these things for later. But Anna, if this is you, please message me. And we will get you this course. So this will be, all these courses will be run in December, New Year bundle. It'll be a planning for long-term 2026 and for Q1. So it's going to be super fun. I cannot wait. Okay. A couple little things that I wanted to bring up. Margie says, I'm in tears. I have never written as many words as I did today. Thank you, ladies. 7,348, literally crying. It's amazing what can happen when you don't do this alone. Like genuinely, that is the thing. And the whole entire Heart Breathings writing community is not just this channel. Like this type of sprint, if you have enjoyed this, is available every single day. There's hours of sprints going on every single day. And Angela, which I didn't update it's like my brain. You can find us though. All of the links to our sprints and admins are over on my website. It's in my description always down below. If it says like join the Heart Breathings writing community, there's a link there. But we've got Jenna the Soul Writer, and Jody Jean. Yours is just Jody Jean Daniels, right? Or is it right with Jody?
Jody Jean Daniels just right, but Jody Jean will get you to me.
Okay. And Angela's Angela Hester Books. So I'll make sure that I put that on the tab. If you go to my post tab on my community, it is there. But we have many, I don't know how many are still here right now, but we have many hosts that do these writing sprints. And I know we don't have a lot of people that are sprinting like in the middle of the night for those of you in Australia or whatever, where it's your daytime. However, you can always find a replay if you can't join one live. And if you're stuck, it's just so helpful to just get on with some other people, right? What's happening with my live stream? Here it goes. Has it been 3 hours? I don't understand how 3 hours has gone by, but it has been 3 hours. We have made it. I do not 100% feel like I got a lot of work done. I did a lot of brainstorming and a lot of editing, but that's the way it is some days, and it's okay. And, if you also are like, oh my gosh, I didn't plan for Rough Draft Challenge, I'm not ready for the month of November, it's okay. Set your own goal. Take a few days to get yourself planning, or do a little bit of writing, a little bit of planning. no way, no need to panic. And there's definitely never even a point, even if it's November 15th, where it's like too late to start, right? You can say, okay, I got 10 days more that I can write, or 15 days more that I can write. I think I can do 1,000 words a day. Let's set a 10,000 word goal or 15,000 word goal. And that is good enough. So come join us anytime. We will have, what's the link to Mochi's channel? You will see the kitties on Angela's live stream. Angela, you want to unmute and tell us how you did today, what you worked on, a little recap of your day.
Let's see. I wrote, I was going to find the right book now. Hang on. I wrote 283 words in my sweet romance, and I have 8 pages left of the alphabet series.
That's amazing. Great job. Mochi.
Thanks.
Now we have a hashtag Mochi fans. We do need a pets of heart breathings. It's like, I don't have a pet myself, but the people that post pictures of their like pets watching the videos and stuff, it's like my favorite thing. Jenna, how did you do? What did you work on? What are you going to be working on tonight in your stream?
I'm going to keep the momentum going for myself and all of us after a little bit of a break here. So bring snacks, bring brain fuel, y'all. I hope to finish this chapter. I'm at the last couple of paragraphs and might start another, kind of doing like scene surgery, putting revisions together.
Yeah, super fun. How about you, Tracy?
There we go. That is my famous. It's like, have you really been in a sprint with me if you haven't been muted and talking for 20 minutes? I was able to get all of my planning for the next 2 weeks done, and I was able to almost finish up with my editing. So yeah, I'm really excited that I was able to get so much done this afternoon, because I really didn't think I would be able to get much done, but Pop has come through in a big kind of way. So now I'm going to go check on dinner and make sure that all the cookies are already gone. Maybe that's how he kept them quiet.
Yeah, there's plenty of candy around if you need candy. I think I'm just going to take all the leftover candy and I'm going to put it into Christmas bags. And then at the end of the year, I'll give it to the kids as like, because I'm the 8th grade room mom, I'll be like, Merry Christmas from your own parents who donated this candy to the trick or treat. Oh, so funny. This has been super fun. Thank you to everybody that has joined us, to anybody watching the replays. We have sprints continuing to go on. Like, we've got it. Oh, Miss Page says, I was ready to cry about my writing progress, and Jenna pulled me out of it. Jenna's the best. We have a good time here. There are more sprints today. So Jenna, the soul writer, will be on next. Wait, which way? I can't do it. Jenna will be on for 3 hours tonight. So we have 1 hour break. And then from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern will be Jenna's. Is that a butterfly literally landed on your face in that photo, Andrea? Because that is very cool. I don't know if that's what's happening, but that looks very neat. It'll be Reese's pumpkins for Christmas. I know. I'm gonna have to go through and be like, which ones don't have a specific like season on them. It's so fun. Listen, we're going to have a great time this month. I feel like the energy is different for me personally than it has been for the last couple of years. It's like, let's just love what we're doing. Let's just be grateful that we have the opportunity to sit and write together and to have this fun together. It is so much fun. I am super grateful to this community, for everybody that's here. If you are new and you just happened upon this live stream, just go ahead and subscribe. And also in the sprints, or in the description, there is a link to the Heart Breathings Writing Community website page. And from there, you can join our Facebook group. We have over 9,000 people. We have sprints going on every day, sometimes multiple times a day, most times multiple times a day, and lots of fun events. And then starting tomorrow, there will be daily vlogs of my rough draft challenge journey here on the channel. So that's it. I super love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks to all the admins and friends for joining me with this. And we will see you guys in about an hour at Jenna's channel. All right. Bye, everybody.